Now, there was a few things that we came up with that didn't work out quite the way we thought, and I'm guilty. I'll raise my hand in this situation, but you get to a point where you need to generate more income and more cash. So we needed to come out with something that was different in the cymbal stand category, and boom stands were just popular in those days. So I thought
they didn't have memory locks.
They didn't have memory locks. And that's another stand that Chris just reminded me of that we came out with, the Teleset stand, the interlock cymbal stand. Anyways, another story, but I forgot about that one. So there's three things we came out with that were kind of weird. But I came out with a cymbal stand that had 6 legs, basically a flush base and then a tripod base that came over, so you couldn't tip it over. Because some of the boom stands in those days were a little wobbly, and they would tip. This is an ad with my dear friend and mentor, my teacher when I was 16, 17, 18, Nick Ceroli, who was one of our very first major artists. He was with the Tijuana Brass back then. He and Cullen Bailey, both teachers of mine, obviously were the people who took our first drum sets and helped us promote them and put them out there. But it was called the Spider Stand, and we took it to, as I got it finished for the trade show and wanted to take orders on it, we realized real quick, you can't possibly level 6 stands legs all at one time.
6 legs.
6 legs. It was just a total bomb. So we kind of, once I thought it was a great idea and it made sense to me, we made it, took 2 of them to the show. That's at the show, and we're realizing at the show, this doesn't work. So we couldn't sell them, although some poor distributor in I don't know if you remember, Mexico took 20 of them, and I had some made up. So they might have worked for somebody at one point at one time.
I remember it was a certain NAMM show, we were going to foray a drum kit.
We had a couple of 24-hour days. 24
hours. When I was young enough to get through it, but the tiredness would set in. But we finally got this kit. It was wrapped in white.
Right.
To the NAMM show, and I think we were in a little tiny space, I don't know, at the Disneyland Hotel or something.
This is before we were doing the wooden shells.
Yeah.
You're speaking of, yeah.
And it was a paper shell.
Yeah.
It was phenolic. And the first day, I'd worked all night, got it there. First day it looked okay. Second day
started to wrinkle.
Third day,
I didn't know
why. Third day, we just
we found out why after we found out we had no idea what we were doing. But
we had no idea.
At that point, just the thing that drove us to go from one thing to the next to the next to the next was just our passion for surviving and doing something that was better.